name is Tamara Chambers, and this is Tamara's Never Seen. And today I am watching Ghost for the very first time. All I know about this movie is the pottery scene. And I think that's, if you haven't seen it, which everyone has, but if you haven't, like me, if you haven't, I think the only thing you probably know about the movie is the pottery scene. I tried to make I'm clearly trying to have like a Demi Moore moment here, and I have this modeling magic, not an ad. And I, while watching the movie, was making this, and especially if you turn it over this way, it just looks like, you know. Yikes. Do I know Patrick Swayze from anything else other than Ghost? Seeing the reference photos on the DVD that I have, I don't think I have. I haven't seen Dirty Dancing. That's the only thing I know he was in as well. I don't think I've ever seen Patrick Swayze in anything. Let's see if he can persuade me to like this. Okay, well, I've already done enough damage to this video already, so let's just get into it. What? That was so much different than what I was imagining. This was gonna be this romantic, sad, and it was. Why is that the scene that everyone thinks of when they think about this movie? It's not even like a big pivotal point. It's sweet. What the hell? Hellfire demons dragging people to hell, and Patrick Swayze, he went into Whoopi Goldberg and then was gonna have Clay's sex with Demi Moore. Demi Lovato. I'm so perplexed. A lot about this movie surprised me and confused me, but confused me in a good way. Because I was like expecting him to die, sure. It's called Ghost. I knew that much. That much I knew. So I was looking out for his death scene, and that was just such a confusing shot when he like awoke and he was the ghost, and then he was laying there dead, and the you know, CGI isn't amazing, but it gets the point across. It didn't take me out of it at all. It was very 1990s. The whole movie had a lot of like, this is a 1990s film vibe going on, but I still think for the most part it held up pretty damn well. There were also some like scary moments too. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get into this. Sam and Molly are living together. They're renovating this old house, and she's an artist and he's a banker, and they make it work somehow. There's some pretty cool shots though, like going into showing you this cool place they're renovating. They have this old antique mirror, and the guy who's moving it like sweeps it across, and you see it in that shot of like what's being reflected. That was super cool and engaging. We meet Sam's friend Chad, Carl, who I had a bad vibe from the get-go. Let's be honest. He's in an elevator, coughing on everyone around him, saying that he has a very contagious sickness. And that's rude and gross. You nasty, Carl. You nasty. And the clay pottery scene happens, and I just wrote, clay pottery scene. I want to have clay sex. Which, honestly, with what I've made here, this monstrosity, I probably could. Such a high. I need your love. I need your love to me. I don't actually know that song very well. I don't know if you could tell. Sam and Molly go to see a show, Macbeth, and he fell asleep in it, I guess, and then she starts talking about her art and how she's nervous about putting it in some bigger galleries, and he's like, it shouldn't matter what other people think, it should matter only what I think. Like, well, that should, fine. That could be a nice sentiment if it comes from the right place, which I do think it does, but it's just such 90s writing, because that's not how art works. You wouldn't say that if you were a plumber. If he does a shit job and he's like worried about it, and his wife is like, it doesn't matter what they think about it. It only matters what, okay, so you get it. And then he gets shot. And like I said, I was expecting the death to happen, but then he gets up and I was like, oh, I guess they're just toying with us now. That's rude. He's not actually dead, but he was actually dead. It was a very confusing shot, and they totally meant it to be that way. It was really cool. He goes back to his house, and the guy who killed him is in his home. Rightfully so, Sam follows the criminal onto a train, follows him home. But on the train, this really under your skin creepy sequence happens with this guy who lives on the train, but he's a ghost, and he is able to break physical things, whereas everything is like you go through it, you walk through walls, you know what I'm saying. And he like breaks a glass window, and he's like, "Get off my trains," after he says two words that should not be creepy, but they were very creepy when he said it. He's like trains? It was so creepy. I wasn't expecting to get like weirded out by this film at all. Oh my god, if Ike passed away and then started haunting me, I would love that. Then we meet Whoopi Goldberg's character, and her name is Oda Mae Brown, and I love her character so much. She's this fake flop of a spiritual medium. Okay, here's a little background on me and what I believe in. I love the idea of ghosts and spirits, and I am sad to say that I definitely believe in them. And I also do not at all believe in mediums. I'm just picking and choosing the otherworldly entities that I believe in. Entity, is that the word I'm looking for? So much caffeine. I love that they made her a con artist though, and then she's able to actually hear Sam, and so she helps him. This like con artist medium is actually able to hear this ghost and help him. And it's a really funny premise. So he convinces her to talk to Molly, try to help her. He finds out that his friend, Carl, the one who was talking about sickness in an elevator, yuck, is the one who killed him, which is pretty helpless because he can't touch anything and he can't do anything about it, and that freaking sucks. He's got this line where Carl is driving away and he's just like, "I had a life, man, I had a life," and it's super sad. Can you imagine that being sad? Wow. So Oda Mae Brown helps him out by getting this money that Carl was stealing, and then they give it to Catholic charities. Give it to another charity. I mean, good lord. She says, "Gas. I get a little gas from time to time. That's all, gas." Oda Mae Brown, and also a direct quote from my gassy cat Ike. At this point, everyone knows that there's ghosts. Oda Mae Brown is now a real medium, and all the ghosts are going to her, and Molly knows, and Carl knows, and Carl's being beaten up, and there's just a lot of ghost knowledge, and it's a very woke time to be alive for ghosts. Sam goes into Oda Mae's body and like is getting real romantic with Molly, and I just wrote, are they gonna have clay sex or not? And no. It's just probably for the best. I got excited. Carl ruins the moment though. He's the worst. There's a fight scene with a ghost. Amazing. Just really not where I was expecting this movie to go. I guess I should have known, but I didn't, clearly. Hello, I'm Tamara. Didn't understand the basic premise of a classic film. Hi, how are you? Sam dies a very glassy death and then gets drugged down to hell by scary hell beasts. The hell beasts are frightening, and it's mostly the sound effects that they have with them. Pretty menacing. Then Sam is going to heaven, and some reason Molly can see him now, and so they kiss, and it's really sweet. I was definitely crying. You'll sing along with the main song of the movie. I need your love. Decent movie that you'll enjoy for the story and probably need Kleenex nearby for the ending. Whoopi won an Oscar for her performance. The twist is especially twisty. Yeah, Whoopi was amazing. I'm glad to hear that she won an Oscar for this because she was really funny, really good. I do feel like the twist was, I don't know. The twist of it not being like a massive chick flick was definitely twisty, but I guess I would have realized, I don't know. He seemed kind of evil. He was talking about giving people diseases in an elevator, so I feel like he was kind of evil. Oh, he's totally the villain will be the first thing you think when you see the dude who is totally the villain. That's more how I had a bad feeling about him, so it was less twisty and more like, he makes me uncomfortable. You will want to believe in ghosts just so you can fall in love. It's the only option for me. The pottery scene will be a surprising turn on. It was surprising and it was a turn on, yes. You'll want to recreate the pottery scene. Well, I did it flawlessly. I need your that honestly, it looks better this way, so. It's the color of it that really is not great. We are gonna get demonetized. This one really surprised me in a way that I just wasn't expecting what it was. It was scarier than I thought it was gonna be. It was definitely a more, I guess, complex story than I thought it was gonna. I thought it was gonna be just a nothing romantic film, which is stupid for me to think that because this is a classic that people talk about and reference and parody all the time. And I don't know why I continuously do this. I'm like, I'm just not gonna like it. I'm not gonna watch it. Stupid! Thank you for watching. I will see you all next week. Bye! I'm here.